Hey, before we begin the video, I just want to quickly say thank you all so much for 400 subscribers. Uh, it's just so surreal and heartwarming knowing that there's over 400 of you that, whether it's because you found my channel on YouTube naturally or from one of my many friends pestering and plugging my channel because they're just awesome like that. However way you found this channel, thank you so much. I can't even put it into words. Also, quickly, I know I'm a little late for this, but this channel actually just passed the 2-year milestone, so yeah, that's something. Anyway, with that out of the way, enjoy the video. Alright, how's it going everyone? My name is Theron, and welcome to the first ever Theorycraft video for the channel. Hope this goes well. So, when I first got asked if I wanted to do a Theorycraft unit about, I think back in May it was, I originally had a different idea, but then I realized this wouldn't be me if I didn't choose my absolute #1 favorite Fire Emblem character ever, and also choose the alt that I really, really want them to get no matter what. So, allow me to introduce you to Azura, Ghost of the Lake. And yes, this is for a Halloween banner. Now, big thank you to both Prudy for the normal art for Azura, as well as Sacred Seth on Twitter for the sprite that you can see just above my head. Links to their socials will be down in the description. Go check them out, go say hi. They are amazing artists. Just do so right now. But yeah, Halloween Azura. This, again, is just an alt I want her to have very soon, because it's the best season for her. If you've read her support with Sakura, and if you read her dialogue in Boo Camp, you know that she doesn't get scared by anything, and she loves telling ghost stories. So this makes total sense for her. And then of course, ghost just because, yeah, ghost stories. Now, before I move on to the stats of Azura, I'm going to quickly pass the mic off to Prudy so she can talk about all the art stuff and whatnot that I have no idea about. I just see amazing art I like, and I just talk about it a lot.
Well, thanks for having me on. And before I say anything about the art, if you're not subscribed to Theron, you're crazy. Subscribe now.
I knew you would do that.
I had to. Come on. But yes, I did the art for our ghostly Azura. Pretty much I wanted to keep the colors very pale, because I feel like pale colors tend to look best on Azura with her light blue hair and her gold accents. And I really wanted to give her this ethereal feel to just being spooky. You know, she's embracing the spook, she is living for it, and of course, she doesn't need shoes. She just doesn't need shoes. She is a spooky ghost. Spooky ghosts don't need shoes.
Exactly.
I wanted to incorporate also some lace work into her design because it's just pretty and lace is really nice. And I wanted to also play around with a lot of sheer fabrics with her, because I feel like that would be a unique take for like her veil, both on her head and her face, and her gloves are also sheer as well. And I feel like that adds a little bit to the ghostly vibe, because it's all like transparent, and ghosts are typically transparent. And all of that just meshed together with, you know, a nice tattered dress to add to like the spooky feel, and then we got a pretty Azura.
Like I said, just absolutely amazing art. And again, if you already don't follow Prudy on Twitter, go do so right now. She always reposts a lot of her art. It's amazing as always.
Gosh.
You got me with that something. I'm getting you back for your art, okay?
Okay, fine.
Anyway, with that out of the way, moving on to the stats, it's essentially Hatari Azura, but with that extra 11 DST going to HP, defense, and res. So obviously HP at 40, attack at 37, speed 43, defense 21, and res 26. Like I said, just Atari Azura, but with more stats to keep up with the current BST. And of course she is a Red Tome Flyer, which makes sense. She already has 2 blue alts and 4 green alts. It's high time she got a red alt. I don't care if it's sword, tome, red bow, red dagger, whatever. Just some sort of red alt is perfect for her.
She deserves a red alt.
Yes. Then her PRF is Scary Stories, a 14 might range 2 tome that grants +3 speed, and then if Sing or Dance is used, grants attack speed defense res +6 to target ally for 1 turn, and inflicts attack speed defense res -6 on foe within 3 spaces of both unit and target ally through foe's next action. And then also, if unit is not adjacent to an ally, inflicts penalty on foe's attack speed and res during combat, equal to 5 plus any current penalty on each of those stats. So essentially, it's a slightly buffed Vulture Tome, but also has really good support capabilities every time she uses her assist skill, which would be Grey Waves. Duh. Now yes, I know this sounds a little much for a weapon, but considering how some of our recent banners, you have a dagger that grants Canto 1 to allies, as well as unique Canto effects on, let's see, a couple of daggers, a sword, and even a tome, I'd say this is par for the course.
And plus, she deserves the best.
Yeah,
you know.
Exactly. That also reflects in her, well, the rest of her kit with attack speed catch 4, speed res far trace, and just for a little bit more support, crossbow attack. Simple. But yeah, that is my Halloween Azura Theorycraft. Before we end out this video, we are just going to have, I guess, a little podcast is what I would call this? I don't know.
Sure. Little powwow.
Yeah. So, want to stay tuned for that? I guess we'll start. I have no idea how to start this other than saying, again, Prudy, thank you so much. This was... I can't even put into words how much, just how much I love this. Thank you.
I had so much fun, so I'm happy I got to do this too.
God, I still can't put into words. It's just so weird. But again, I just love it. Your art's just so amazing.
God, thank you. I really appreciate it.
Yeah. But quick question for you. If, and again, big if since this is still Theorycraft, if Azura were to get the Halloween alt, who else would you want on the banner?
Ooh, that's a good question. If I base it around Fates, because I think that would be really cool. And I'm pretty sure there's not a lot, I mean, like, Sakura has a Halloween alt.
Sakura, but Jacob, Figaro, and Niles from Fates. That's about it.
Well, yeah, let's have another one then.
Yeah, let's give them some more.
I think it would be really cute to see Flora and Felicia have like a duo unit.
That'd be amazing, yes.
I don't know what they would be dressed up as, but like, it's a crime that they don't have a duo unit yet, so...
They should get a duo unit, either Halloween or, like what I think you were talking about in your previous video, as of recording this at least, sort of like an Ice Tribe festival where they're on the show.
Yes.
One of those would be amazing.
Either of them will make me extremely happy. So that's our duo, and then we have Azura. What else would be a fun Halloween unit?
This is just a personal request for me, but Elise.
Yeah. We can throw Elise in there.
I wouldn't care if she's the Demote or the Tempest unit. Please, just Elise.
She's just gotta be there.
Yeah, just her as a little witch. That way, her and Sakura can be, best buddies again. Come on.
Oh, cute with her. Like, I could just imagine like this ginormous Halloween hat on her that's all witchy and like her pigtails coming out of it.
Yes,
that would be adorable.
And again, thematic with Sakura, who is the Nekomata, she should just basically be Elise's witch familiar right there.
Oh, that would be so cute.
So cute. I would create a perfect theme team with all three of those units and a random fourth one. I don't care who it is.
Okay, yeah. So we'll have Elise in there. I'm kind of leaning towards like having Nyx in it.
Ooh.
I know it's a banner of like all ladies, but like Nyx, I feel like would really lend well to the spooky vibe.
She would.
I don't know, it would just be really cool.
I mean, we at least gotta get one of the dudes in there, just so
Yeah.
to at least make it
I
fair.
feel like for dudes, Odin maybe?
Oh my god, he would love the festival just because of the spooky atmosphere. Oh
Yeah,
my god.
just living up his dreams of being like the ultimate like mage sorcerer, and he's like, I will conquer all of you. I feel
Spirits
like that.
consume me.
That would be fun too.
That better be one of his lines if that happens. Kaji Tank will just bring the perfect energy for that, like always.
Yes.
That's right. I got it was a recent question from one of my videos. I was going to answer this in a future video, but I think it'd be perfect for this.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think of book 6 so far, and who will... Ugh, my bad. I'll try that again. What do you think of book 6 so far, and what do you think of Veronica's new design? By the way, this comes from Giratina Light on YouTube. Thank you for the question, Giratina.
Okay, let me refresh myself with how new Veronica looks, so I can be accurate in my critique. But I am really, really enjoying this latest book so far.
Same,
I think
same.
it is very well done. The only thing that I have a tiny gripe about is, I mean, spoilers if you haven't played the current book, but I'm sure most people don't care, is Asker dying. Like,
Yeah, once again, suffering the curse of Feoses. If you're a guy, you gotta die.
yeah, it just... I don't know. I feel like they could have done that so much better. Like, I'm okay if he, at the end, had to die. Like, fine,
Yeah.
whatever.
Like,
But-
through the story, no.
Yeah, it just didn't feel right, and it didn't feel, like, thematically potent. Like, I don't know. I feel like when somebody dies in a story, it needs to be well crafted and actually like have weight to it. Whereas like this had no weight.
Yeah, there really wasn't. I will say, however, I saw this on Twitter. Somebody pointed out that when Asker, his death happened, there wasn't that flash of red on the screen like you saw with Ultra and some of the previous deaths in the story. So it's not really confirmed if he died or not, or if it's just somewhere else.
Maybe he's going to like rest up in the land of fairies.
I hope so.
You know, restoring
so.
his HP. Because that would be nice. I do like Veronica's new design. It is very classy. I love the whole ball gown look to her.
Yes.
I just wish she had her long hair still, because I'm a little biased towards characters with long hair.
Yeah, the short hair is an interesting choice, I'd say.
I think it kind of makes sense, because, like, you know, since this outfit was designed by, you know, freaking Embla, you wouldn't want hair getting in your way when you're trying to control a puppet, right? So...
Yeah, you're not wrong.
I'm not wrong, but I'm you know. And I wish she still kind of had her cape from her base form, but everything else about that design is just beautiful.
Oh yeah, and I'm glad they also got rid of the weird accessory that was on her face, like the strings.
Yeah.
What's up with that?
I don't know. Like, they were trying to go for an eye patch, but then decided, nah, we don't need an eye patch on her.
Yeah, let's just make it some random pieces of string. Why not?
Yeah, it just... I mean, it could have been, like, if they really wanted to go hard, they could have made it, like, there's some pieces of jewelry that are a nose ring, and they clip under your nose, and then they dangle up to your earring. Like it could have been something like that.
Oh.
But I don't think Faye would have gone that hard for a character design.
I mean, does Veronica really look like the type who would wear a nose ring, first off?
Oh no, probably not.
That honor lies with Embla, for sure. She's the type of person who would wear a nose ring.
Yeah, as long as it doesn't get in her way.
Yeah.
But, yeah, beautiful design. Gets my seal of approval.
Well, you heard it here first, Karatina. Rudy absolutely loves it.
Yeah.
And obviously you can also ask questions if you want to.
I know, I'm trying to think of one. I'm trying to think of a really good one. What would you want out of the next Fire Emblem game?
Ooh.
Question.
Yeah, that is a good question. I definitely like to see some sort of like Egyptian motifs, I'd say.
Ooh,
Like
that would be
traversing
pretty.
pyramids, having like multiple, like actual multiple gods, not just one single god and that's it. Like have
Yes.
multiple gods there. Come on.
I would love that. Multiple gods, yes.
Actually, better idea. Have it sort of be what's going on in Sumeru in Genshin Impact. Desert in one area, junglescape in the other.
Ooh, that would be pretty. I would just love, like... I would just... how do I put this? I don't want it to be the same as Three Houses.
Yeah, I kind of have to agree.
Like, I love Three Houses. I enjoy it, but...
The beginning of the game takes way too long, especially with everything being centered around exploring Garrick Mach and having to do literally everything there.
Yeah.
That bogs it down so much.
We no longer need that. That can just get out of here.
No, we don't.
And yeah, we don't
My
have
Castle
to.
system from Awakening and definitely Fates, that was a good balance of it.
Yes,
Three Houses
totally cool with that.
Three Houses just took it to the extreme, and it was just such a slog.
It really was. And like, I think I would also like having a non-self-insert protagonist.
Yeah, kind of like return it to the old days with FE6, 7, Path of Radiance, Radiant Dawn. I'd kind of agree.
Yeah, because all modern Fire Emblem has been self-insert, and like that's fine. But I would love to see them tell a story.
Yep.
Where we can actually see their the main character go through an arc.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the reasons why I've been liking playing FE7 so much. Because, like, yeah, we do have the self-insert as our character, the tactician, but it's just like, oh, the characters are talking to us. That's it.
Yeah, it's
minimal
not like
interaction,
you...
But you're also there to see everything still.
Uh-huh.
I think if they return back to that, maybe something like what Crom and Robin got going on, but they sort of keep us to the side a bit, I'd say, is what I'd really want out of the next Fire Emblem.
Yeah, I agree. Other things would I like in a new Fire Emblem? It'd be really cool to have like a theming around like the sky. So like the clouds, the moon, the sun. I feel like all of that would be very interesting to see take place in a Fire Emblem game.
That'd be cool. That'd be really cool.
Yeah. And of course there has to be like an actual dedicated dancer.
Yes.
'Cause like,
Yes.
I get it for Three Houses, you know, like...
Could be anybody, since that's kind of their whole thing. Anybody can take the test, but like, Olivia,
Come on!
Azura, going back to all the other ones, Tethys, Nidian, Mills.
They're so fun!
Yes.
Please! Give me a dedicated
Path
dancer.
of Radiance, Radiant Dawn. Come on.
Yeah. Can't think of anything else for a new Fire Emblem game. I just want one.
I'd also like them to start at least giving us some hints on, like, maybe a remake for one of the old
Yes.
games.
Yes.
I really want to play Genealogy and Thracia. Don't get me wrong. Those look like some fun games, despite how much of a tedious adventure they are to some people, but I still want to play them. Just to at least get the base experience, and then maybe I'll form some thoughts.
I love that. Because I too want to play Genealogy, but I just... It needs a little nice coat of paint.
Yeah, and by a little, we mean about 10 gallons.
Yeah.
Have you seen Base Arden's?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it looks so awkward. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's not very good.
Alright, you know what? This will be the question. Because you and I talk about this a lot.
Yes.
What kind of weapon refine would you want to give Olivia and Azura?
Anything.
I knew that'd be the answer.
I know, but
Yeah.
like... It's so unfair that they haven't gotten one, and I want them to have one.
I don't get what they're thinking about not giving, I should say, dancers the PRF refines.
No idea.
It just feels so cheap and unfair, really.
It really, really is. But one thing I would definitely like Azura to have is, the ability to give Kanto to people.
Honestly?
like Nutana, like, come
Yeah.
on.
I think that should happen, yeah.
Because that just seems so fitting, like, please.
Yeah, and people watching this, you cannot say that can't happen when Legendary Sigurd's Special exists,
Yes.
where he gives a +1 movement to everybody on the team when it procs. You can't say that can't happen when that special exists. Come on.
And Tana, freaking Tana.
Not to mention Thief Nina, who just give her Wings of Mercy and she's basically a menace all over the map no matter what.
Yeah, so let us have Azura giving people Kanto
Exactly.
on her refine, please.
It's just something that's good for support, but also really good offensive-wise. It's like Blessed Lance, effective against monsters, we could maybe categorize pieces in there?
Ooh, what if Azura had some sort of Wings of Mercy kind of thing in her weapon? So that would free up her B slot for most of the time for dancing and stuff. Because, like, I'm just thinking of, like, Halloween Nobi, who has, like, the weird warping stuff.
True. Wouldn't be bad. They could also give that to Olivia, too, since I threw her in the question.
To just give them all of the things, please.
I guess, follow-up to that question, staff refines. Or I guess anything for staff units, too, since they're also being snubbed.
It's so sad that they're snubbing them. I think in a perfect world, what I would love to see for both dancers and healers is, I don't want to say rework, but like some sort of overhaul for how they do them. So I think it would be really cool to just bulk release a set of new dances that you can put on old dancers. They could be different effects, but not definitely as powerful as like Azura's dance or Fallen Ninian and the fairies, but like something small that like boosts up the dancers' abilities that were old, and like, refines obviously. And then for healers, I would love to see more types of healing specials and like healing assists. Because sure, we do have some that came out recently of like positional changes and whatnot, but I think it would be really cool if you could like heal and give them like no follow-up or something.
Yeah, like some sort of stat booster effect as well.
Yeah, just something to make them a little more useful.
I think I'll expand upon that with damaging specials, but only for the healers.
Yeah.
This has been found out by a lot of people. There are actually unused quotes for every single staff unit in game that's supposed to be them like proccing their specials, but they can't do that because they don't have a special.
Yeah.
It just feels so unfair, and that also kind of feels
recorded.
Yeah, recorded, but that also feels, a little bit waste of time for the voice actors, because what was the point of them doing that if nobody's going to hear it?
No idea. But yeah, I would love just like an overhaul.
Yes. They need so much help nowadays.
Ooh. I was building out all of my dancers, and I'm just like, oh, your stats make me so sad. How am I gonna work with this? Like, freaking Dancer Reinhardt. Oh my god, that man needs help.
He's not the best.
No, he's not at all.
But yeah, I think that's just about all the time we got for this fun little collab Theorycraft, I guess is what I could call it. I have no idea still.
Well, you'll figure out the name of it later, you know?
I'm sure, but that'll be post editor me, so have fun, me.
Hi, post editor. Hello.
Yeah, once again, Preeti, thank you so much for just everything. This was so much fun.
Well, thank you so much for having me.
And just a quick reminder, links to both Preeti's channel on Twitter as well as Sacred Seth on Twitter down in the description below. Again, go say hi if you haven't. Support both of them. They are awesome.
And of course, subscribe to Theron.
You be saying that. But with that, I'm Theron, and I'll see you next time. So until then, farewell, and game on.
Bye!